Hello, I'm Phil Brown. I've been working in the healthcare industry in Australia for about 30 years or so. I've been lucky enough to be asked to judge the Globals for the last 10 years, and our local event, Bravo, was started by a group of creative directors, including me, some 5 years ago. We're just coming up to our 5th year this year, so looking forward to that. We're sent a group of entries to judge here, and it used to be that some of those would come from Australia and some from overseas. Now they just come from overseas, which is a much better process because it sort of cuts out any difficulties with judging local work. So here what we're doing is really, if you like, separating the really good stuff that deserves to go on from the, if you like, more average work that probably doesn't. And the day, of course, involves different categories of work. It involves collateral work, it involves print, new media, things like displays, all that sort of stuff, and of course, you know, regular advertising, TV advertising. And the nice thing about it is it involves advertising to health professionals, but also to consumers. I think that, you know, despite things like the regulatory environment, the fact that the healthcare industry as a whole is not going through, the prescription healthcare industry as a whole is not going through the best of times, the good work is still really, really good. And the good work is marked, for me anyway, by an absence of laziness on the creative team's parts, where they really haven't taken the easy way out. They've looked for real, true insights into this, and really different sort of executions. We've seen some work today from places as diverse as the US and India that have been very, very different, very engaging, always using emotional rather than functional benefits, and work that's just taken that step extra, where the creative team hasn't just thought, here is the problem, here is the solution. They've actually looked at taking the whole thing, the creative leap, I believe it's called, into the territory where you really get a reaction from and touch the reader, whether it's making them laugh, cry, whatever. It's the sort of work that always gets through into the finals. Look, I think for years and years and years in the past, healthcare advertising has been seen as a slightly poor cousin to consumer advertising. I don't think that's necessarily true anymore. I think there are any number of very, very good people working in the healthcare advertising space. But that makes it even more important that the bar keeps on getting raised. Now that's a bit of a cliche, but it makes it really more important that 1, good people are recognised, 2, good work is recognised, 3, good clients are recognised, and that means really that the amount of effort that gets put into really good work gets rewarded. And I think that like any industry, the standards always need to be looked at, and the standards need to be raised. And I think that's what entering these awards does. It gives you an idea of where you stand in the world, whether you need to lift your own game, and it gives those really good people the recognition they deserve. Another reason why entering these awards is very important, and why the awards themselves are very important, is that it exposes clients to the best work. The results get publicised, clients see what can be done if they and their agencies are pushed far enough and given the freedom to do that sort of work, and that becomes very important.